Hi Anirudh,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
same here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
So, how's your day been?
It's really been great. It's a weekend, so I was like with embarrassed, like wear suit and like I'm traveling in a bus on a weekend. So, but it's all part of the job, so it's
Yes,
perfectly fine.
yes, that's right. Look, thank you for applying for this position.
Mm-hmm.
And we've liked your resume, and hence we thought we should have a chat with you.
Sure,
Could
definitely,
you please start by telling me a bit about yourself?
definitely. Myself, Anirudh Agarwal. I've done my engineering in computer science from Brilliant Through Technology, Mesra, Ranchi. And after completing my engineering, I got campus placement in TCS, and there I worked for 5 years as an IT analyst and a team leader. And there 6 people were directly reporting to me. And then I changed my job to Accenture, and there I was working as senior software engineering analyst. After that, I took a big decision in my life. I quit my job and I took a calculated risk and joined this MBA program, 1 year global MBA program with SPGen. It's been a great journey so far.
So tell me about the change. Why did you make a change to a management program?
See, like what I think is like I had the technical knowledge. I had done my 4 years technical degree in computer science, and then I worked in technical domain in companies like TCS and Accenture. And I was also closely working with business team, with business analysts and all those things. So my clients used to give me reviews that I had a good business mind, but I did not have those deep business insights. So that's what I wanted to learn. I'll tell you, like I was even involved with a couple of entrepreneur projects before joining this MBA program. And one was like, I was involved in creating a detailed project report with a homemade chocolate business making firm, Cubes. And other was my own idea, but I was not able to take it to the other level. I did not know. I had the idea, I had good idea. I know if I didn't had the knowledge how to sell that in the market. So that is the skill that I was lacking in. I didn't have, because I was from the technical engineering background, I didn't know much about the financial projection. To be frank, I even didn't know before joining the MBA program what is the difference between sales and profit. So all these things I was lacking, and that's the reason I joined my MBA program, and I think I'm now a better individual.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say is that you needed this program to upgrade your skills.
Correct.
And skills more in terms of management.
And that's right.
But let me just clarify from what you've also said. I've heard a bit of sales skills.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, because in technical projects we don't get to present more. We just do our work, and like so we don't give presentations and all to the clients. We don't. So
Yes, so I'm just thinking because this role is very, it's an IT consultant role.
Correct.
And it's going to be very techy as well.
Right.
So how do you think it's going to be different for you?
So that's why I think like with my technical knowledge and now with my business knowledge, I'll be able to do complete justice with this project. And also one of my I will say my strength is like my problem solving skills. I have a very structured approach to any problem solving. So that is like one of the major tasks of any consultants. So I think I can do proper justice to that in that respect.
Okay. Just give me an idea. What exactly do you think this role is all about?
This role is basically about like you visit the clients, you understand their requirements. Once you understand their requirements, you analyze their what are the challenges currently they're facing in their organizations. And once you understand their problems, analyze them, you propose a solution to them. You propose an optimum solution to them. You work with them regarding the timelines. You work what are the resources that will be required. You work about what are the costs that are going to take place, and what are the benefits their organization is going to achieve after. So this is like about the role basic, and we need a lot of user interaction in that. Not only when I say user interaction, it means like only the people who understand the business, also the people who do not understand the business. You have to interact with end users. So this is the kind of role I think this is about.
Okay. Tell me, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
See, my strength, my key strength is like my integrity. That is like my biggest strength. And how I define integrity is like doing the things right even when no one is observing you. So that's how I define integrity. And to give you one of the example is like it has happened like in a couple of instances, like when I've $100 note has fallen from like one of my colleague, and I've ran behind him and handed over it to him. So that's even if like somebody asked me to go and tell a lie if I'm working in organizations like that will benefit the organization, I would completely say no to that. So integrity is my one of the strengths.
Okay.
And like my second strength, if I have to tell you, is like my learning ability. I learn every day. I learn from my peers. I learn from my seniors. So I'm open to learning every day.
What about weaknesses?
My weakness is like I was like leading one of the project, as I told you, in TCS, where 6 people were reporting to me. So I was given a feedback which I took it very uh, uh, effectively, and I improved on it. Like they used to tell me, like I used to micromanage a lot of people. I used to go at their desk and I used to ask them how is the progress and all those things. So my resources don't used to feel comfortable about that. So micromanagement is one of the things, like I've worked on it and I still need to improve more on that.
Tell me how you've worked on it.
I've taken the feedback very positively. I've talked to people like what are the things like you think I can improve on, and then I've given them the open space. So earlier, what used to happen? I used to assign them work, and I used to go to their desk and all, asking them on the progress, how is it going. But later, once I used to assign them the projects or the work, I used to just drop them an email. I used to communicate more over emails rather than going on their desks and used to give them the deadlines. I used to tell them that after a week I'm going to ask you about the progress. So I need not to go to them daily. So in that sense I improved.
Okay. So you've talked about micromanaging and well, I'd like to ask you about your leadership skills, please. Could you tell me a time where, give me an example of a time where you have managed a team and what are the leadership skills required to manage a team?
Sure, definitely. I'll give you one example. One of my critical resource, like he was technically very talented. He wanted an on-site opportunity because he had some financial constraints. So my project, like at that particular time, we didn't have that on-site opportunity. So he just asked. He approached me and he asked like he wanted a release and he wanted to talk to delivery manager. He wanted to get released from the project. So that time, because he was a very critical resource to my project, I inspired him, I motivated him, I told him like you are doing a very good job, you are a key resource to this project. If you stick to this project for 1 year and you show your progress to the team higher management, I told him you can attend these trainings, you can upscale your skills, and if you do well in that, then we can think about like maybe filing your visa next year. And that's what happened. He even delivered a couple of presentations to the client, and that was really impressive. And he was also involved in mentoring new colleagues. So that's how he showed his project progress. And he took also trainings, regular trainings. So then next year he filed his project, filed his visa, and he went to on-site. So he was very happy, and the entire team was also really happy.
Okay, all right. Another thing that this job is asking for is problem-solving abilities and analytical skills. So can you give me an example of where you've done some problem-solving and used analytical skills?
Yes, definitely. I can tell you. Like one of the things is like I worked on one of the case studies where renowned company like Coca-Cola, they were facing a supply chain problem. Like during the summers, there used to be an increase in demand, but they were not able to fulfill that demand. So I studied that their complete supply chain, right from manufacturing, packaging, and when they're distributing to the final customers. So we studied where actually the problem rise, because the case study that was given to problem statement that was given to us, that was very high level. It was that there is a supply chain problem and there been increase in customer complaints due to they are not able to fulfill their customer orders. So we studied that entire chain, and there we found out there was a problem with the packaging department. So that was leading to the whole problem, and then we fixed that.
How
and
did you fix it?
We proposed them a solution.
What was the solution? How did you propose?
I'll tell you, like if I can explain you on the piece of paper.
Yeah. Oh, no, you want a
because
piece
I'll have
of
to
paper.
draw a complete supply chain diagram, and then I will be able to show with the help of numbers.
There you go.
I'm really sorry.
It's alright.
See, like this is like the complete supply chain.
Yeah.
So this is the manufacturing department.
Yeah.
This is where the repackaging is done, and then the distribute. So these are 3 departments: D1,
Right.
D2, and D3. So on a normal day, when there is normal demand, they used to like produce 6,000 bottles. but like due to summer, there used to be increase in demand. So that time demand used to increase from 6,000 to 10,000 water, and that is what they were not able to cater. So department one, that is manufacturing department, was operating at 60% capacity during normal season, but it was able to operate at 100% capacity, and it was able to produce these 10,000 bottles. So there was no problem with this department, manufacturing department. But when we come to this department D2, that is the pre-packaging and packaging stuffs, we were able to see there were some capacity issues. Even they were producing 10,000 bottles, packaging that was done was only for 9,000 bottles. So there was a backlog of 1,000 bottles here. So this was the problem that was causing backlog, and they were not able to fulfill the customer requirement. So what we proposed in the solution is, because it's not permanent problem, it's a temporary solution, temporary problem with them. So we asked them to outsource this to some other vendors. 9,000 they are able to do it in-house. 1,000 bottles they can ask some other third-party vendor for those 2 months, because that will be cost effective for them also. So these 10,000 bottles can be taken care by some third party, and this is how their problem can be solved.
Okay. And is that the suggestion that you made?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. So another last few questions coming up. So another thing that is important in this role is there's going to be extremely stressful environment and heavy load of work.
Definitely.
So, and projects as well. So how are you at managing and organizing yourself around that and prioritizing tasks? Can you tell me how you work with deadlines?
Yeah, basically first of all, as I told, I try to understand the customer requirements. What are there? What is one thing that they need, and I try to stick to their deadlines. I ask them, what are the deadlines? Clients, like if there is any project, like if it needs to be finished within two months, and due to some reasons we are not able to finish that project, suppose, because it happens mostly in IT projects, we are not able to meet the budgets or the timelines. So it is very important, what I think, it's to inform your stakeholders about it well in advance, even if you are not able to fulfill the deadlines. So sometimes it happens like you are not able to meet the deadlines, but we try our best. But in case if you are not able to, that's what happened. Like in my previous experience also, we used to inform them well in advance. We used to escalate to the higher management so that everyone is aware, everyone is on the same page, so that they can make their plans well in advance, and business go as usual. There's no impact to the business.
Okay.
So that's why I handle it.
All right. Well, look, thank you. I'm done with my questions. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
I have one question basically. Recently I have done 36 hours of training in project management. So I'm also thinking of like giving Prince 2 certifications and PMP certifications. So do you think doing those trainings, those certifications would be an additional help to this?
Yes, absolutely. They will be valuable.
Okay.
And we welcome employees who do professional development programs.
Sure.
And because it is an asset to the company.
Sure.
All right. Well, anything else?
No, thank you.
All right. Look, thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Thanks.